Now, let's come to discuss radio buttons. So, in last lecture, we talked in detail about the checkboxes. Now we talk about the radio buttons. There is a difference. In radio buttons, you can select only one option from the list of items. While in checkbox, you can check or you can uncheck all the items. So there is a difference. So if you are given choices, for example 5 choices, and you have to check, you have to apply the radio button property, or we can say if you are given 5 items and there is a radio button against each item, so you will have only one choice from the list of items. So like the checkbox, we will use the input type radio. Input type is equal to radio. Understood? So there is no closing tag of the input. Now we write the label and we write choose your book. The same example as choose for the checkboxes. That was choose your book of, choose the book or your choice book. So if we come to the browser and refresh it, so you can choose your book. So this is one radio button that is selected. Now we take another input type radio. Choose your book. So we will write here, we don't need this, we'll write paragraph choose your book P, and then we write here, for example, novel, poetry, poetry book, and we take another book, for example, magazine. We refresh it, so you have 3 options. But what is the problem here? As I stated, in radio button, in radio buttons list, you can only check only one button, but here all are checked. Why? What is the reason? The reason is that all these are considered individually. So this means we will group all of these radio buttons, or we can say all these radio buttons should belong to one group. So if it belongs to one group, this means it will not be then possible that we can select all the radio buttons. So how can we do that? We will take its name and will keep the name common for all of the inputs. For example, check name is equal to, for example, we take book as a name. So we will take name for all the books, and then we will take name for this. So book is common. Now problem is fixed. If we take this as a book 1, book 2, book 3, and we refresh it, so problem is, so we have not saved the page, so I saved it now. So you can see still problem exists because the name is not unique. So we will keep the name common for all of them. So if the name is common for all buttons, so this means all they belong to same group, book group. Understand? But here is one problem. The problem is that if we press this label, any of label, the button is not checked. Okay, so this, why this happens? Because the label and this text, radio button text field, radio button input is not related. So how we relate it? We can relate it using ID. So we will take the ID for this. So we will take ID is equal to, for example, we say book type is ID. So we will take book ID, for example, and we will mention this in the label. For is equal to book ID. Book type, sorry. Now you press the label and radio button is checked, but it does not happen for these. Why? The reason is that we have not related the rest of the radio buttons. So the question arises, what is the difference between ID and name? So remember that ID is used for the code level. When we write the HTML code, so it is used as a reference in the label or anywhere in the code. But name is actually for the server. It's for the server. So if I compile this page using browser, so this book is compiled from the server, this name. So this was all about the radio button. Hope you enjoyed today's lecture. Thank you so much for watching.